Hey guys, it's Haley. Welcome back to my channel. I am sorry if you can see my ring light glare in my glasses. I don't know. It is what it is. In today's video, I'm sure you can tell by the title, but I wanted to sit and talk to you guys and just get really raw and open. I feel like some people may be like, why did she just randomly go keto? Is it just something she chose to do? Is it something that she just wanted to do? And I want to kind of share my story. I feel like this is such a touchy subject. I'm not making this video to offend anyone. This is my personal experience, my personal preference with my body. I feel like everyone is entitled to feel how they feel about their body. To me, everyone is beautiful in their own skin. It was just more about self-confidence. So, without further ado, let's just get into it. So, I don't really know where to start. I'll insert pictures so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But my whole entire life, I was an athlete. I was a gymnast competitively. I was a cheerleader. I played soccer. I played lacrosse. And in 2017, I started gaining weight. It's when I really started to notice that I was gaining weight, and I hated it. I gained weight and I felt so unconfident. I didn't want to do anything that involved having to wear a bathing suit. I always wore like sweatshirts or looser clothing, and it wasn't something I really talked about either. But yes, I gained weight, and I snacked a lot. I always went to McDonald's or to Chick-fil-A or anywhere, any fast food restaurant. I always went out to eat, and I think that played a big role in it. I also went through a stage of mental illness and anxiety and stuff like that, and that also affected it because I'm the type of person where I'm sad or I'm stressed, I immediately start binge eating ice cream or Oreos or anything, and that's just how I am. And so during that stage when I had bad anxiety and depression, I ended up eating instead, and that's how I got bigger. Again, I just want to say, I know some people may be like, it's not even that bad, you weren't even that big, but it's so important to feel confident within your own body. And I started to let myself go, and my body transformed into something I didn't love, and I fell out of love with myself. And self-love is so important to me because, for one, you can't expect yourself to love others unless you do love yourself. So I didn't love myself, and I started to lose path of who I was, and it was really hard for me. So 2017 was pretty much like that the whole year. It was just a really hard year for me, and I used food to manage it, which everyone deals with mental illness problems, and everyone deals with things in their own way. And during that stage, to me, it was just, I didn't feel good about myself, so I just kept eating, and I lost myself, and I lost path of who I was and who I wanted to be, and it was just a whole big mess. So in the beginning of 2018 is when I really started to make a change for myself. I started exercising again. I ate healthier, not the healthiest. I still had snacks here and there, but I ate healthier, and I started drinking apple cider vinegar on a daily basis, and I started to finally lose the extra weight that I had put on, and I started to look better. I want to say, I'll insert a picture of a comparison from the the year difference, but during that time, gaining my self-love back felt so good. And around this time, I also, I don't want to cry. I also met Marielle, and Marielle is a big reason why I was able to get to a point where I love myself again. All the things that I was ashamed of and all the things that I was embarrassed of, Marielle loved, and to me that was a huge thing. I was always embarrassed of the fact that I had cellulite. I was embarrassed of the fact that I had stretch marks. But now I love them. They're a part of my body. So yeah, Marielle is a big reason why I gained my self-confidence back, but it's also my own hard work. The summer of 2018, I went hardcore in the gym. I really wanted to get back to that figure that I was, and I did. Again, I'll insert pictures, but I got back to a great weight. I gained muscle. I was very happy with my body, and it was probably the best I've looked since a while, and that was a great feeling. So 2018, I got back into shape. I was working on my fitness. And then 2019, I was okay. I didn't struggle with not loving myself or anything like that. I was still eating snacks. I was still eating normal things. But I never struggled with loving myself or anything like that. And then 2020 came. I don't know if it was a feeling or what it was. But in the beginning of this year, I started to feel my confidence in myself drift. When I looked in the mirror, I wasn't pleased, so to say. So in the beginning of April is when it really hit me. I started to lose my confidence. It was just really hard again, and so I took the initiative and I stepped on the scale. And I'm just gonna be honest with you guys, I weighed 153 pounds, and I know you guys are like, that's not even that bad, but I'm 5'4", and my weight that I'm confident and happy with is between 130 and 135, which means I gained 18 pounds. And once I saw it on a scale, I was like, honestly, a part of me was like, not again. Because when I looked in the mirror, and I know this, I didn't look like I did in 2017. I always want to be able to love myself so I can love everyone that I do around me to my fullest potential, and that is so important to me. So when I saw it, I was like, oh, like I want to change it. Like I don't want to keep doing this. I don't want to keep feeling good about myself and then coming back to this moment I didn't want to do it. So that's when I started what I mentioned in my second video. I started Hayleyyy, which is low carb, intermittent fasting, keto, and exercise. So starting with low carb, that's self-explanatory. Low carb diet. I love carbs. I love pasta, bread, rice, everything that you can make with pasta, bread, and rice. I love carbs. So that was like a big thing. I needed to put myself down into a low carb diet. Then I started intermittent fasting, which I eat for 8 hours and I fast for 16 hours. And that was really hard for me at first. I was used to being able to eat whenever I wanted. So I started intermittent fasting, and then I added on keto, which I've done so many videos on, and honestly the keto lifestyle is not that hard. In the beginning it was, because I was so used to having carbs and sugar and all the things that are bad for your body that you shouldn't eat as much as I was eating. Then obviously I added exercise in as well. So with all 4 of those combined, I started to change my lifestyle, and it just became something that I was so happy with because I started seeing progress, not with just my body, but my mentality. I felt like I had more energy, and the more energy I had, the more I was able to do, and the more stuff I got done, and the more initiative I had to get stuff done. And that's so important because I'm a go-getter. Like, I love to do things. I love to get things done. Sorry guys, my ring light literally died, so now I have to use natural lighting. But like I was saying, like, it just became something that I actually enjoyed because of how it made me feel. And I started to see results. I lost 3 pounds in the first 2 weeks, and then I lost another 3 pounds in the next 2 weeks. And the progress is progress. I mean, because of my height and because of my weight, I'm not going to drop a ton of pounds, but I like the progress I'm making, and I'm going to keep going until I get to my goal. And actually, the lifestyle is becoming something that I really enjoy. All the baking I do with you guys, all the cooking I do with you guys, they're genuinely recipes that are just mocks of things that you can make, and it tastes so good, and it's so good for your body. This lifestyle is not for everybody. There's different types of keto, and I'm gonna do a whole in-depth video on do's and don'ts of keto, and I'll get into that there. But I cannot stress enough how important it is to truly love yourself. I hope me sharing this helps any of you struggling with that. And if you ever need someone to talk to, please don't ever fail, or please don't ever hesitate to leave a comment down below, and I will get into contact with you and we can talk. Because mental health and self-love and feeling confident, those are all things that are so important to have. Take initiative. Do it for you. Don't do it for anybody else. Do it for you. Make yourself feel good for yourself. Put makeup on for yourself. Put a cute outfit on for yourself. Do what you need to do to make yourself feel good. That's my journey so far. I want to keep making videos where I update you guys on how everything is going, and I really do want to be raw and honest on my channel. I feel like that's super important. Guys, don't forget to love yourselves and to take initiative for yourself. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video.